Welcome to One Chapter, One Thought. I'm Pastor Chris from Lincroft Bible Church in New Jersey, and every weekday I read one chapter of the Bible and offer one brief devotional thought. Today's reading is from the book of Proverbs, chapter 31. The sayings of King Lemuel contain this message, which his mother taught him. O my son of my womb, O son of my vows, do not waste your strength on women, on those who ruin kings. It is not for kings, O Lemuel, to guzzle wine. Rulers should not crave alcohol, for if they drink, they may forget the law and not give justice to the oppressed. Alcohol is for the dying, and wine for those in bitter distress. Let them drink to forget their poverty and remember their troubles no more. Speak up for those who cannot speak up for themselves. Ensure justice for those being crushed. Yes, speak up for the poor and helpless and see that they get justice. Who can find a virtuous and capable wife? She is more precious than rubies. Her husband can trust her, and she will greatly enrich his life. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. She finds wool and flax and busily spins it. She is like a merchant ship, bringing her food from afar. She gets up before dawn to prepare breakfast for her household and plan the day's work for her servant girls. She goes to a field and buys it. With her earnings, she plants a vineyard. She is energetic and strong, a hard worker. She makes sure her dealings are profitable. Her lamp burns late into the night. Her hands are busy spinning thread, her fingers twisting fiber. She extends a helping hand to the poor and opens her arms to the needy. She has no fear of winter for her household, for everyone has warm clothes. She makes her own bedspreads. She dresses in fine linen and purple gowns. Her husband is well known at the city gates, where he sits with the other civic leaders. She makes belted linen garments and sashes to sell to the merchants. She is clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. When she speaks, her words are wise, and she gives instructions with kindness. She carefully watches everything in her household and suffers nothing from laziness. Her children stand by her and bless her. Her husband praises her. There are many virtuous and capable women in the world, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive, and beauty does not last, but a woman who fears the Lord will be greatly praised. Reward for all she has done, let her deeds publicly declare her praise. One thought. The final chapter of Proverbs records the saying of King Lemuel. Most of the chapter is an acrostic poem, where each verse begins with a successive letter of the Hebrew alphabet, and this poem is praising the virtuous wife. The virtuous wife in this chapter is the embodiment of Lady Wisdom from chapters 1 through 9, bookending Proverbs. If you can remember back or need to go back to those chapters, wisdom is personified as a woman that cries out to those that need wisdom. And here, the characteristics of wisdom from chapters 1 through 9 are embodied in this virtuous woman. So what are these characteristics of a virtuous wife? Well, number one, she is faithful. In verses 10 and 11, it says her husband trusts her. She is trustworthy and does good for her husband. There's never a doubt where her loyalty lies. And I think also we see parallels back to the beginning of Proverbs, where there's this other woman, this unfaithful woman who is the personification of lust in those chapters, and here is the direct opposite of that, someone who is trustworthy and true. Number two, she is hardworking. In verses 13 through 18, it talks about all that she does for her family, and it's buying fields and preparing food and going out into the community and working and different things like that. And it says that literally she is energetic and strong, a hard worker. And so she's busy providing for her family. She's making moves. She's being strategic. She is working hard. Number three, she is generous. In verse 20, it says she extends a helping hand to the poor and open her arms to the needy. I think there's a connection here back to a few verses of a wise and just king. It says they speak up for those who cannot speak up for themselves, and they speak up for the poor and the helpless, and the virtuous wife is also extending this generosity and justice to others. And then finally, we see that she fears God. the chapter ends speaking about how quickly our physical appearance just goes out the window, but a woman who fears the Lord will be greatly praised, right? Beauty doesn't last, but fearing God is what matters. She has a thriving relationship with the Lord, and she takes her faith seriously. And so these qualities, though, they're not just for married women, but they're really for all women. They apply broadly. Being trustworthy, hardworking, generous, fearing God are things that matter for all women and are the embodiment of a wise lifestyle.